So, today as we speak, Catholic bishops around this country here in England are talking about gay marriage as one of the biggest sins and threats to the modern world. At the same time, in the United States, you have similar Christian fundamentalists tossing and turning over women's bodies through abortion, contraception. And I guess I'm just sitting here on a Sunday morning with some very fundamental questions for fundamentalists. And I hope that word isn't seen as offensive, the word fundamentalist, because in some ways I could be considered fundamentalist. I fundamentally believe that we were not born as sinners, that we were born pure, and that the conditions of desire place constraints upon us. One of those desires that I could say, for example, is for paradise and eternity, that many Christians seem to say is the primary goal. Now, here are just a few ecumenical questions that I have. If I, as a homosexual person, am a sinner and I'm going to burn in hell unless I confess or, convert or all those things, what about Muslims and Jews or Hindus, for example? Aren't they a greater threat? I mean, aren't they all going to hell if you believe that Jesus came here to save us and died for our sins? And aren't they then a greater threat? Because there are many more registered Muslims and Hindus and, non-Christian people than there are known so-called registered or out homosexuals. So which would be the greater battle, against the gay or against the non-Christian? Because I don't see that they're any different. And make no mistake, if you're saying that your path is the only way to salvation, then you are saying that those who don't believe in it are going to hell. The same is what you're saying that it's going to happen to homosexuals. So, I don't know. It's just a very basic question, that I have for all the Abrahamic religions. If you have so much to say about the other Abrahamic religions, I mean, aren't you fundamentally saying that the other ones are going to hell and you're not, and your people and your faith are not? And so then why then pick on the homosexual? Why is it such a big deal to pick on this particular so-called sin in your view and not the more vibrant sin? Because I see Muslims walking around this so-called Christian nation, this is a Christian nation, all the time. Aren't they a greater threat than a few gay people who want to get married, and celebrate love? That's just a question.